Are you a Green Bay Packers fan? If yes, you are in the right channel. Before watching the video, I ask you to please subscribe to the channel and like the video. Thank you. Can Rashid Walker be legit replacement for David Bakhtiari? With All-Pro left tackle David Bakhtiari landing on injured reserve following his latest knee surgery, Rashid Walker is the next man up. He is the rarest of the rare at a premium position. Green Bay, Wisconsin. For years, Green Bay Packers left David Bakhtiari wasn't just the gold standard at a critical position. As a fourth-round pick, he was the outlier. Now, with Bakhtiari's career in Green Bay potentially over because of the chronic knee problems that have him back on injured reserve, it's Rashid Walker's turn. He's an even bigger outlier than Bakhtiari. Left tackle is a premium position. In fact, by percentage of starters, only quarterback, 23 of 32, has more first-round starters than left tackle. Based on current NFL depth charts, 19 of the starting left tackles entered the NFL as first-round picks. Of the 32 starters, 25 were selected not just in the first 3 rounds but within the first 83 overall picks. Walker, on the other hand, was a 7th-round draft pick by the Packers in 2022. He is one of 5 7th-round picks who are starting left tackles. None were drafted later than Walker, who was the 249th overall pick. Only one starter comes from more humble roots, with the cost-cutting Los Angeles Rams going with undrafted free agent Alaric Jackson. Walker started the last 3 games. He'll get the next 13 to show he's not just the fill-in left tackle. Can the 14th to last pick of a draft be a legitimate blindside protector for Jordan Love, or will the Packers be searching for Bakhtiari's successor in the first round of the 2024 NFL Draft? The significance of the news of Bakhtiari's surgery, which went public about an hour before Thursday's kickoff, barely registered to Walker. Honestly, all I was thinking about was the moment I was in, he said. When that news came out, I knew I had to start this game, and that's just how it's going to be until further notice. Walker has come a long way over the past 17 months. In the 2022 draft, Walker was the 23rd of 24 offensive tackles selected. Due to an injury, he missed a big chunk of last year's preseason. Offensive line coach Luke Butkus was harder on Walker than any of the other linemen, and Walker didn't solidify a spot on the opening roster until a strong performance in the preseason finale. While he made the 53, Walker was a non-factor as a rookie. He played in only 1 game, with all 4 snaps coming on special teams. When training camp opened this year, the big battle on the offensive line was Zach Tom versus Josh Nijman for the starting job at right tackle. Tom won the job, and Walker surged past Nijman, as well, to be the swing tackle. From when I got here last year, got used to practicing like a pro, Walker said. Had a pretty tough offseason, pushing myself this offseason. Came into camp with a different mentality to dominate and try to be my best version of myself every day. And then try to make everything translate. Bakhtiari turned in his typically stellar performance in Week 1 against Chicago. However, on the eve of the Week 2 game at Atlanta, Bakhtiari told Walker to be ready to start. After a bit of a rocky opening due to first start jitters, Walker settled in and delivered a strong performance. It was in a dome and it was very loud. It was very loud, he said, repeating the phrase for added emphasis. It kind of threw me back to when we used to play Iowa when I was in college. With it being a dome, they had to have been pushing some type of crowd noise. It was loud as hell those first couple drives. According to Pro Football Focus Review, Walker gave up 1 pressure against the Falcons and 1 pressure against the Saints. PFF charged him with 2 sacks and 2 more pressures versus Detroit. I think Rashid stepped up, Love said. Going into year 2 for him, I think he's made a lot of big strides. He's been playing really well, stepping in for Dave being out. Like the whole team, the more reps we get, the more experience we get, the more situations like this where we get to learn and grow, it's going to be huge for everybody. Every game is a learning experience for Walker. Bakhtiari has been in his ear, passing along his decade of experience on everything from technique to scheme to how to influence defenders. In the NFL, you've got to be ready for everything, Walker said. Stuff happens fast, stuff is coming at you fast. Everyone's pretty good. You've just got to respond. It's really a chess match, I would say, every snap. While Walker has been taking the first team reps at practice for more than a month, he said it helps to go into a game knowing he'll be playing rather than wondering if he'll be playing. Coach Matt LaFleur said the situation at left tackle would be competitive, Mayanine.
meaning Walker will have to keep performing and improving to prevent a switch to the more experienced Nijuman. I was more comfortable last night than I was in the Atlanta game, with that being my first start, Walker said. He added, "Heart wasn't beating or nothing. Everything was cool, we've just got to execute. Please the like on the video and subscribe to the channel. I update you with the news in the next video. Bye."